Hey gang, we're back with another one and it's cold. So we had 5 mil of rain after, sorry, just put my sunnies on. 5 mil of rain after the last video that night. So that's working pretty well, that'll be good. That'll wash all that urea in nicely. So it sort of drizzled rain most of yesterday. So what we're up to, I'm just going to get this boom spray organised. We've got a fair bit of for our own spraying, but also contract spraying in front of us. We'll just see what happens. We might, obviously won't happen today. It's still a bit, things are still a bit sticky and the wind's up. But yeah, we'll just get organised for tomorrow and the next day, hopefully. So the induction hopper, those of you, early on during sowing, somehow the fitting on the bottom of this got busted off. So I just took it over to the guys at Eagle Eye Machinery yesterday. They're the guys that look after our area, the pivot irrigators. So they also do poly welding, so they make pipes and suctions and that sort of stuff. So they've just welded a new fitting on the bottom of it, poly welded a new fitting on it. So hopefully we'll see how we go. It's worth a try. There's no reason why it won't work. And worst case scenario, look, we might look at building a stainless steel one if that doesn't work, because it'd frighten you, the cost of that, I'd imagine. So we'll get it bolted back up. I did give the boom a wash yesterday, so I've been chasing a cleaning product, and there's a few around now to put through the pressure washer, just to yeah, because we've got a fair bit of gear around us and a fair few dollars, and it's hard, like there's a fair bit of time in washing everything and that sort of stuff. So we've gone to a fancy product with a proper foaming nozzle and that sort of stuff. So this Nerder is apparently supposed to be one of the better ones. So and yeah, you just sort of spray it on and wash it off essentially. So I did that late yesterday, arvo the boom, and it's actually come up pretty well. Actually, it was a pretty rough wash, but yeah, it's tidied it up anyway. So plan is we'll get this hopper back on. Gonna, yeah, decontaminate the boom, because we're going to start and spray some canola, and also yeah, we're just going to do a few maintenance jobs, you know, just broken fittings and that sort of stuff, just from after sowing. So just tidy it up, and we've got nearly 800 hectares of spraying in front of us, probably a bit more. So yeah, we'll sort of get it set up, and we've got still got the mulch is still on the tractor. The guys that we got that off there sort of wanting it back to do a bit themselves, but I'll just see, we'll pull the Magnum off it later, and obviously put it on the boom, and then get the spreader. Still a little bit of urea in it, so we'll get it out on the pivot here that I was going to do the other night but didn't, and then yeah, we can put the big tractor on the mulcher and get that mulching done. So yeah, plenty to do. Anyway, that's the way it is. All done. Yeah, just noticed I didn't sort of open it when they've put the new fitting in. It protrudes through the bottom of the hopper, you know, 5 or 6 mil, quarter of an inch. So I've just got the grinder and just notched on sort of 4 sides, just to get it to drain, because there'll be stuff sitting around that lid edge otherwise. So yeah, anyway, we'll get these tractors swapped over and yeah, get it hooked up. So the weather hasn't improved. It was trying to rain here before, but sun's out. Oh, Chopsy, hello. So yeah, when I was talking about before, just got a few brackets here that have just a bit of fatigue and broken, so I'll replace a couple of them. I'm having fuel pump troubles. I think it's actually might have a bit of water in the fuel, so I'm just draining the fuel out of it, and I'll put a bit of fresh stuff in it. And yeah, other than that, yeah, other than giving it a rinse and a decomp, yeah, we should be pretty right to go, hopefully. Yeah, this side's not too bad, so yeah, no. Placed a couple of little ones, and yeah, we should be right. So today hasn't been the most productive day. Just went to town for an appointment. Usually Honda motors, you choke them and 1 or 2 pulls and they go. This thing, I reckon I've pulled it about 200 times. I've drained the fuel out of it, Changed the spark plug, it still doesn't want to go. I don't know what, it sort of had a compression lockup when I first went to pull it, so I don't know what's happened. I think the sump was over full, so whether there's been petrol leak into the sump potentially. So not too sure. It sort of coughs, but it won't actually run. So what I'm thinking, I'll take it to town and let them deal with it. So I'll just use the pump off the batching unit. I don't like doing that because it's having chemical run through it. Yeah, and we're sort of putting it into the fresh water and that, but yeah, I sort of didn't have too many options because I want to get the boom decomped. Yeah, so anyway, so we've got it done, and yeah, we'll go and feed a few sheep now, and yeah, I might have another quick play around with this, but I don't want to waste too much more time on it. Yeah, so we'll just see. The wind's gonna bugger off tomorrow, so hopefully we're starting to get a bit of spraying done. Yeah, anyway, have days like this. Morning. So yeah, next day, obviously, wind has settled down. It's actually gone complete opposite. We have not got a breath of wind at the moment, so that's all right. It's about 8, a bit after 8 o'clock. I've done Meals on Wheels, just walking out. This is the GM canola at home, so I'm going to top dress it today, and also, depending on what the weather does, it needs spraying as well, so you can see all these grass weeds that we're targeting. We'll take all them out. But yeah, we just probably need a little bit of breeze. There's still, being early, there's still quite a lot of dew on that on the plants yet and on the leaves. So yeah, we won't rush into it. But yeah, I've still got a little bird in the spreader, or urea in the spreader, and there's still some in the truck. So I've got to do a load of grain. Deliver a load of grain next week, so I need to get the truck empty. So we'll probably put, I don't know, because this is, and you can just see the difference in growth here. Like this stuff was the first canola we sowed, but it's also had 50 mil of rain on it with the irrigator. So yeah, you can just see we're full ground cover, like it's really getting going. But yeah, it's quite sticky underfoot actually. I'll just, yeah. But the gateway, I should have brought the buggy down, but I just come down. The irrigators, or the reason I'm walking out here is the irrigator's not back on the track, so I'm just come out to walk it round a little bit, yeah, to get it back where it should be. But yeah, I was going to drive in, but the gateway was wet, and I thought I'd just make a mess getting in here. So yeah, so the plan is get urea on this, and then just see what the weather does. If it tidies up a bit, the weather, we'll get it sprayed. And then yeah, we've got about 350 hectares of contract spraying GM canola to do for a neighbour. He's in between boom sprays. He's sold his trailing, and he's I don't know whether he's bought another one or what he's up to. So yeah, we'll do that. And then we've got the rest of our canola to do. And then yeah, we've got another sort of 250 hectares of contract spraying to do. So we've got nearly, won't be hard to put close to 1,000 hectares of spraying to do in front of us with our own. So yeah, it's just tricky. The window this time of year for spraying's a bit tricky. But yeah, you can see this stuff's flying. Bloody really good. Be good if it all looked like this, but anyway, but yeah, you can see some of these grass weeds are getting pretty big. So the ryegrass and a bit of cape weed and that here as well. So yeah, we'll get on and get this done, and yeah, get it tidied up. So weed and feed time. After a cold and pretty crappy, miserable morning, the sun's shining, so we are spraying, contract spraying. So I bloody forgot to take the GoPro with me, so I just finished top dressing the canola under the pivot at home this morning, and then got the truck emptied out. So yeah, just need to give it a wash out and wash the spreader out, and then I'm going to put the vent on the mulcher so we can get that job finished at some point in time. So yeah, no, just spraying here. We've got about 330 or 40 hectares of GM canola to do. So I've cleaned the back window for your viewing pleasure, not just for you, but for my viewing pleasure as well. So but yeah, again, a bit like some of ours, got patchy emergence here, like the crop's all there, but yeah, you've got big stuff and little stuff, and just depending on soil type and that sort of stuff as to when it got its toes into it, the moisture, and got it going. So yeah, but anyway, but no, it's only, oh god, it was only about 6 or 7 degrees this morning, but it's back up. Yeah, it's not going to be 10 degrees now, but it feels a lot different. I don't actually have the air conditioner going in the tractor at the moment, so yeah, but it's definitely been some warmer than what it was. So yeah, anyway, I think the next few days are going to be pretty similar to this. So yeah, won't be super early starts with the sprayer. Just you sort of need to get the dew gone, or yeah, I thought this morning today with a bit of overcast there mightn't have been a lot of dew, but yeah, it was quite dewy early. So anyway, this is what it is. We'll keep marching along here for a while. So probably. What have we done? It's got half a load out now, so we'll probably get 2 loads out, so we'll get 120 hectares done hopefully today. So yeah, like it's going to take us 2 or 3 days to get it done, but yeah, we'll just, hopefully tomorrow we might be able to get going a little bit earlier perhaps, but yeah, we'll just suck and see. But yeah, get 2 loads out by sort of 4:30. We'll yeah, probably have to pull up anyway, just with it'll start to get cold and still again. So anyway, we'll get there. I'm back home, so I got about 120 hectares out, which was good. Just thought I'd give the spreader a wash out. I just like to wash it out after we finish using it each time. Just the fertiliser is pretty corrosive. Doesn't matter whether it's urea or, you know, MOP, like the starter fertiliser we use at sowing time, or anything really. So yeah, and again, I've used that fancy new wash we've got on it, so that hopefully with a bit of caustic in it, it'll sort of help lift any of that corrosive crap off it. Tractor does need a wash, but I'm actually going to take the spreader off in the morning. So yeah, and look, the tractor really, it hasn't had a once over since sowing, so we need to once we get time, do this bit of mulching. I might get to and yeah, give it a real good clean. And yeah, just make it neat and tidy, and the clab wants to clean it out and that sort of stuff. So yeah, but good to have the concrete wash bay here. And yeah, the light obviously doesn't get used very often, but this time of year it's spot on. Like it's a bit after 5:30 and it's dark, so what are we, a week, 10 days off the shortest day of the year, so hence why it's dark so early at night, and it's yeah, not real great in the morning. So anyway, yeah, a bit of a shorter one this one, but yeah, we'll keep spraying tomorrow. We might try and get a bit of mulching done in the morning for a couple of hours, just so we can get that mulcher back. It's a bit of a tricky one because it's going to be just with the damp in it. I don't know how good a job it'll do. So anyway, but the guys they're chasing it to do a bit of corn stubble as well. But again, they've had rain as well with us, so they're probably waiting for it to dry out as well. But so yeah, we'll do a couple of hours in the morning, and then yeah, spray when we can spray, and yeah, we'll get it done. So feed sheep, and yeah, that's sort of the priorities at the moment, is just try and keep the boom spray going before this next change. So yeah, anyway, thanks again. We'll see you in the next one. Ta-da.